Come in. Music. I didn't know about music. I did candles because I thought, yeah, can't go wrong with candles. Come in. But music's one of those personal taste things, isn't it? Sit down. And also, I didn't know what kind of beat you'd want. I mean, if you have a heavy beat, then that might feel like too much pressure. But if you have no beat and it's something soft, I mean, is that just too cheesy? And what if the lyrics are really embarrassing? But then, if you have no music and all you hear are the sounds, because sometimes when I'm nervous, I get a dry mouth and I start making this like clacking sound, kind of like that. So what I was thinking was if we could just get under the covers and start from there.
Listen.
You've changed your mind. Is it the candles? It's too much, isn't it?
No.
It's just that you look better in candlelight, don't you? In case, you saw me and decided that you didn't fancy me.
Josie, I fancy you. Not actually fancy you, obviously. It's not going to get complicated. It's just, I could look at you and understand how a generic person could fancy you.
That was our mother's doing as well. From the age of 5, she was made to stir boiling rice with her little finger to teach her not to flinch from the fire.
God, this country disgusts me sometimes. Anyway, she needn't worry. Sati's forbidden by law now.
An English law? You think you only have to pass a law for a tradition to die. Sati will only cease to exist once our women refuse to submit to it. Shusha will never refuse. She's terrified of it. But to her it is the inescapable duty of a royal widow.
It will be your duty too.
I came to terms with that many years ago.
How could your brother marry off to someone so much older than yourself?
A double wedding worked out somewhat cheaper for our little brother than 2 separate ones.
Cold-hearted bastard.
He will pay for his evil deeds in another life. Perhaps for many lives afterwards.
You can't just erase him. You can't just erase him from our lives.
Do you think I don't think about him every second of every day? The video was an accident, Howie, and believe me, I will beat myself up about it every day. Just like everything else I could have prevented.
That's not what I want from you, Becca.
Really? Because it feels like it. It feels like I don't feel badly enough for you. What do you want from me? So I ask you, when someone walks into that chapel and they fall on their knees and they pray to God that their wife doesn't miscarry, or that their daughter doesn't bleed to death, or that their father doesn't suffer from acute neural trauma from post-operative shock, who do you think they're praying to? Now you go and you read your Bible, Dennis. And you go to your church and with any luck you might win the annual raffle. But if you're looking for God, he was in operating room number 2 on November 17th, and he doesn't like to be second-guessed. You ask me, do I have a God complex? Let me tell you something. I am God.